Hi Cancer, welcome to your reading for Gemini season. We are going to do a past, present, and future spread. I'm already seeing in other people's videos how you're just in them. I think for a lot of people, whatever transitions or transgressions that they're going through is definitely going to lead and bleed into your season. And I sense that most of the signs are going to be dealing with a lot of tough or dark times, or they're gonna feel like, oh, they're in some sort of void. So if you have any Taurus or Aries friends, be close to them at this time. They may need your nurturing spirit to help them through this difficulty. Just kind of be there for them. There's no need to help them problem solve anything. There's no need to really do much. These signs need to figure out and have their own kind of reflection to whatever situations have transpired for them, all right? So just be there for them, as I said. Oh my God. All right, Cancer, let's see what's going on. But I feel like a lot of people are going through this in your season, but let's see what this means for you, okay? So the first card that came out is the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, I think I know what this is. Oh, Cancer, I feel like the misery of others is your gain. And I hate to say that. I really do, because that's not... You, like Scorpio, you can be petty. You can be really vindictive, actually. I've experienced it with Cancer men. Pretty vindictive. It doesn't matter what placement that sign is, sun, moon, it doesn't matter. Cancers are feelers and they take things personal. So whatever is going on with someone else, it's like the scales have tipped in your favor and you're winning. You're winning. The tables have turned. Now, I do know, because you are a psychic and intuitive sign, sometimes things just kind of happen to other people. It's not like you did anything, but I wouldn't be surprised if you're gloating in it. This is interesting. I've never had a reading this low-key petty before. Now, of course, this is a general, so I'm not going to sit and say that you're wrong for feeling the way that you're feeling, or you shouldn't gloat. I don't know your circumstance. Maybe it is justified. If it is, then good for you. Congratulations. The tables have turned in your favor. You have been rewarded. All right? The universe is on your side, and there's no need to ruminate in the Five of Cups anymore. Like, all those cups have spilled. You don't even care about the two in the background. Like, whatever is going on has brought in enough luck and fortune that you're like, screw the rest. Who cares? Shit. I mean, look, this sounds like things are happening well for you. Okay? But I will say this, because something tells me now that we are going to have a Mercury retrograde. And I wouldn't be surprised if perhaps some of yous are in the opposite. Like the shoe is in the other foot. You are the one going through all this loss, and someone who doesn't deserve, or you know what? Maybe they did. Maybe some of yous are admitting that karma was justified. You see it pretty practically. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you did something you probably shouldn't have, and now it's come back to haunt you. Like, what you gonna do? Like, I feel like you can really take the loss in stride, though. Like, I gotta say this. Be glad, Cancer, that if you are the one experiencing a lot of the misfortune and someone else is gaining from your misfortune, I feel like that kind of awareness, thank God it comes in Gemini season as opposed to your season. That's what I'm trying to say. Gemini season is all about seeing things for what it is. It's all about logic. It's all about calculating, but it's also mutable, meaning that if the way you anticipated didn't pan out, that doesn't mean that there's nothing you can do about it. You just find a different route, or you change your perspective that allows you to maybe enhance your view of the situation, whether you could do something about it, or maybe it's just the gift of being free from whatever this is and realizing, you know what? This doesn't have to kill me. And that's where you can go back to the top. So I say, Cancer, either way, it doesn't matter what side of the spectrum you're on. I see you winning anyway, right? I see you just having a fresh new start. And because the moon is there in reverse, something tells me this kind of isn't the first time that maybe you've had this kind of epiphany moment, or you are a bit aware of this anyway. You know, like nothing lasts forever. That is Gemini. Nothing lasts forever. There's no guarantee. Like there's always a different idea. There's always a different way. Nothing is ever concrete when it comes to air. There is no concrete with air. Air is abstract. You can only feel it, right? So I say this is a good turnout. Despite where you're at, it's fine. You're meant to be there. Maybe you will find yourself having both at the same time. Who knows? But nothing to worry about. Lots, like the 10 indicating with death, like this was meant to happen. You could either let it make you better and come up from the lack of opportunity or something that was taken from you, or you can just kind of dwell and just be in this page state, just kind of like reverting back to your inner child and handling things as someone who doesn't know how to get up, you know, like someone who just lacks experience, like a child, and just kind of not, and just allowing everything else around you to just fail, to just die out and complete and just have nothing. So it's up to you. You can work with nothing, or you could literally just have nothing. That's all how you see it. Something tells me that, again, you're going to be able to change your mindset where you don't see the 7 of Swords as something as, you know, whatever situation forced this to happen. It's like you don't even see it as something that was intentional. It's like you're able to see the person or the scenario as something like of maybe pity, of remorse, of just seeing things outside of what you normally see and just kind of seeing the bigger picture and realizing that not everything that you see has nothing to do with you. But instead realizing that the person who caused the 7 of Swords is the one who perhaps is more at loss. They're stealing from themselves, not from you. And I feel like that's quite a revelation, Cancer, to see, to finally not give so much power into someone or something because you realize that it's a facade. This strength, whether it exemplifies, if I was to put all these cards right side up, this tells me this is someone who's very selfish, has nothing to offer, but finds a way for people to always give to them, right? It's expecting and not giving. It's entitlement. Okay? This is what this is. And there was always a sense of entitlement with someone, or you felt someone was entitled of you and you are no longer, you're no longer giving it this much power, Cancer. Even if freeing yourself means you have to sacrifice something of yours for that freedom and having to put yourself in this situation. It's going to be a very dualistic season. you're gonna have to spread yourself a bit thin, unfortunately. So there's a lot of things happening in the background that I feel that is going to need your awareness all at once. But again, just spread yourself a little thinner. Your water, you can spread anywhere. Okay? Oh. I'm just going with it. Usually I would have been done by now. All right, Cancer. So, yeah. We're not giving any more importance or significance into this particular situation here. And we're just seeing things very like a Capricorn. Capricorn's opposite of you. Capricorn tells me there's no emotions in facts, right? So if you're seeing something for what it is and you're seeing people for who they are, there's no sense of being emotional. Like, the information you've acquired is factual. There's nothing to feel about it. Like, it is what it is. I feel like that's the kind of freedom you're going to get with someone or something, or an expectation of some sorts. Some of you may feel the dramatic effects of it. Others of you are just going to see that you have allowed yourself to be the best version of who you are, and you really had pure intentions for others, and you're going to see how that's going to play out in your favor when people are suffering and you're doing well. Okay? You may be in both positions at the same time. With some people, you're probably seeing the karma lay out and you're doing fine. You're doing better than most, and you're going to realize you're doing worse than others. It's a humbling experience, Cancer. Just thank God that you see it in Gemini season and not, like I said, your season, because you're not going to cry about it. And I don't mean to say that to be insensitive, but this is not a time to be sensitive. This is a time to really see the raw deal with something, to see something at its purity. All right. Whoa. Ha. Purity, trust, and we have faith. These are the same three cards that came out for, who was it? I think Aries. So check that out. If not Aries, then Taurus, one of them. Or perhaps, you know what? I don't know. But the same order. So if you want to check the end of each video to see who and see if it's someone you are in relation to, then I suggest you do that. Because again, like, a lot of signs are bleeding into your season already. Like, talks of your season is coming up for most signs. So I think you really are going to be spreading yourself thin in that way, where a lot of the relationships you have with others is going to be a time where you're really going to have a humbling experience in seeing where you stand and if it's where you want to be. That's why I said you're doing better than most, but you're humbled by where others are. All right. So again, very dualistic. It's going to keep you centered. All right, Cancer, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in your season. Bye.